Hey, Jason here. Today in this behind the scenes episode, I'm going to show you some of the frustrations of being an everyday entrepreneur, business owner, person trying to build something great. In the outset of this series, I told you I would share not only the good stuff, but the bad stuff and the frustrating stuff in this series because other entrepreneurs, business owners, investors only show you the good stuff. You only get to see their successes. You don't get to see their failures and frustrations pretty much ever. So today that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm generally like 99.9% of the time super optimistic, super happy, super upbeat person. Well, the last 2 weeks I've been in a bit of a funk. Not entirely sure why. I know in part. But not entirely sure why or what's been going on. We've been doing a lot in the behind the scenes stuff, building courses, programs, training vault, masterclass, $10,000 coaching programs, redesigning the site, all this kind of stuff. And we've been putting out a ton of content, ton of value to people. But something is missing, and I'm not quite sure what it is. We're already, if I remember right, done more revenue this year than we did all of last year. And we're on track to 5x, 10x what we did last year. But something isn't right, and I can't quite put my finger on it. And typically when I get in this kind of sad, depressive, frustrated state, it lasts a day or two, and then I figure something out, and then we move on and keep going. For some reason, I've been in this state for like 2 weeks now. Again, I know some of it has to do with frustrations of building a business and working with my team and putting all the pressure on myself to not only take care of my family, my wife and kids, but my team members and their families, build something great that will help a lot of people throughout the world and getting it out in front of them. I know that's part of it, but again, something is missing, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I was having this conversation with my team yesterday. I finally told them about what my thoughts were on all of this, and I've been kind of off the last 2 weeks, and we came up with some ideas on how to do things better. And we're implementing those and adding those and doing those because I always tweak stuff. If something isn't working, then I tweak. That's what I do until I find something that works. That's how I learned how to value invest myself. That's how I learned pretty much everything I do. If something doesn't work, I fail and I try something different, and then I move on and it gets better. Generally. Again, I don't know what's going on right now. Again, I think it's partly the pressure I'm putting on myself, and this is how I explain it to my team, and this is how it truly is for me, how it's always been. It's something in my personality. I've always been like this, so I don't know what it is. I told my team yesterday, if we got a check tomorrow for $1 billion, I will celebrate for like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, and then immediately start thinking, oh, I should have made $1.5 or $2 billion off of that instead. It's not a greed thing. It's just, I don't really know what it is, but it's not a greed thing like I want more money or more stuff, because I don't care about money and stuff. I want to help more people is what it's about. It doesn't matter, and this is in the same vein, it doesn't matter how long I work or how great a work I do. It feels like I always could be doing better. If I could work 24 hours straight, I would think that I should work 25 hours straight. Same thing, it's an aspect of my life. I always put more pressure on myself and more, I guess pressure is the right word, pressure on myself to do better and better and better constantly, that I wouldn't say it's hard to celebrate things, but I guess that's probably the best way to put it. It's hard to celebrate successes because I always think I should be doing better. Not only for my family, and wife and kids, but my team members and their families, and helping more people and that kind of stuff. That's just kind of the person I am, is I want to do as much as I possibly can. And with this kind of mindset, usually it's good, but again, when I get into one of these states where I'm super frustrated, it's hard to kind of get out of it. And I'm not, again, normally I can pretty quick get out of it by doing some of the stuff that I've learned over the years to get out of this state. Taking a break, walking, fishing, what other stuff? Taking a break from the work I'm doing to do something different, starting a different business of some kind, or starting to write a book, whatever it is. I just, typically what I do is, to get out of a funk, is I do something different completely from what I normally do. This time I've tried that again, it just feels like something is missing and I'm not sure quite what it is. Again, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's a lot of what it is. And actually there's a term for what this is, and I've gone through it several times, and I didn't know what it was then until I read the book, or I'm reading the book right now, The Upstarts, which is fantastic. I'm going to do a book review on that in the Value Investing in Your Car episodes when I'm finished with it. But it's fantastic. It's called, in the tech world, the Trough of Sorrows. Ups and downs and ups and downs, and you get stuck in this little trough for a while until you can figure out, either you quit. Most people quit, and most people, like 90, I think he said 90% of the time people end up quitting. And then the few that get out on the other side typically go on to do great things. And I went through a similar cycle when I was writing How to Value Invest. I don't have the exact graphic right now in front of me, but it was something along the lines of, this is great, this is going to be awesome, this is scary, this sucks, I suck, I'm terrible, this is okay, this is really good, this is great. And then it's the same cycle, it's just a different term for it and different terminology. But again, it's just expectations of trying to help as many people as I possibly can, not feeling like I'm living up to my potential, not feeling like I'm doing enough. Again, I'm working a ton of hours and doing everything I can think of to do, and just, again, something is missing and I can't quite put my finger on it right now. But in this, I don't really know. I don't frankly know what it is. So I don't know how else to explain it, but I've gone through this kind of cycle up and down several times over the last 11 years. And part of it is that I've been doing this for 11 years, and I feel like I should, again, I'm not comparing myself to anybody, but I feel like I should be further along than I am. I think all entrepreneurs go through this. Pretty much every entrepreneur, business owner I've ever talked to personally has gone through this similar process. I've read a ton of biographies. Pretty much every great person has gone through this kind of process. But again, they don't necessarily talk about it very much. But again, I've been doing this. I saw somebody on Facebook, in one of the Facebook groups I am. He had a funny line. He was like, 17 years in, waiting for my overnight success, in quotes. I thought that was pretty funny, because I was actually, just like a day or two before that, I was like, I've been doing this for 11 years. Why am I still doing this? Why am I still fighting? Why am I still trying to help as many people as I possibly can? Why am I working towards these ambitious goals? Why don't I just get a normal job and be happy? Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep putting myself through this massive frustration of starting a business, building businesses? Why do I put all this pressure on myself? Those kind of things. And again, every entrepreneur I've ever talked to has gone through this kind of thing, and it's just, frankly, it sucks. Everybody thinks that entrepreneurism is easy. You go out there and you get some money and you start selling stuff, and that's how you make money. That's not that easy. If everybody wanted to do it, or if everybody could do it, they would do it. because the rewards at the end, if you can stick through it long enough, are generally fantastic. Not only, again, for you and your family and your colleagues and your team members, but you get to help. If you're doing things right, you get to help a lot of people along the way. The problem is sticking through it during the rough times. The only thing I've really been doing, I've been having a super hard time focusing over the last 2 weeks, which is normally one of my strong suits. So I'm just doing as much work as I can. This is what I did with my book. Is when I was still in the same state, as I would sit in front of the computer for 30 minutes to an hour until I forced myself to write and work towards finishing the book. That's what I'm doing now. Is I'm just sitting in front of my computer until I force myself to work and focus, and we'll see what comes out. Again, I'm not sure necessarily any of it is probably not high enough quality as I typically would be producing, and I know for sure I'm not being as productive as I normally am, but at least I'm taking a step forward every single day still, even if it's smaller steps than I'm normally used to taking. But if you're in this state, or you've been in this state, I think I've pretty much explained everything I can think of on my end. But if you can think of anything on your end, business owner, entrepreneur, or just a person who's been through this, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to talk with you and get out of this funk I've been in for 2 weeks. Because again, 99.9% of the time I'm super happy, super optimistic, super upbeat, always a smile on my face. In the last 2 weeks, I've just been off. Frankly, I hate it. So trying to get out of this funk. And again, I told you I would share successes and frustrations in this. And again, let me know in the comments below if you see anything. Watch our other behind the scenes videos in the playlist to your right, left below. Specifically, the other behind the scenes playlist should be right, left below, and our other playlists on value investing, your car episodes, book reviews, case studies, mental models, all sorts of value investing and finance and investing related topics. Make sure to check out our playlist. And again, if you're going through this or you have gone through this, let me know, and I'd love to talk with other people who have gone through this kind of stuff and ended up succeeding after they pushed through. Just maybe get some tips and bounce some ideas off each other, stuff like that. So, but thanks for watching. I'm not sure if this kind of episode is going to help you. Again, most people don't show their frustrations or when they're struggling, so I'm doing this to show that not every day as an entrepreneur, business owner, investor is a great day. Not every week or every 2 weeks is a great week. As long as you keep pushing through it. Again, I'm an eternal optimist. It should work out in the end. So that's the hope. That's the plan. Just keep grinding. And keep working towards what I'm working towards, even if it's not necessarily as fast as I would like it because of my lack of ability to focus over the last couple weeks. Thanks again for watching, and make sure to comment below again if you want to talk about this, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified anytime I release a new video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.